Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gonna have some fun today. How to not pay taxes on your Bitcoin. Let's go, yeah! So I'm gonna say a bold statement here. Every American should have some Bitcoin in their retirement account, okay? This is why. It's pretty simple. I moved from New York to Miami 10 years ago, okay? There was nothing here, nothing. So it was like an industrial zone, no tourists, zip. Bitcoin, 10 years ago, 32 bucks, you could have bought Bitcoin. Okay, imagine where Bitcoin will be in 10, 15, 20 years, right? I'm not even gonna guess, but it's gonna be super significant, more than it is today. So why wouldn't you buy it in a tax-exempt account? Why would you pay tax on all those gains? I mean, I'm a tax lawyer, and maybe it makes sense to me, but all you guys are super smart. It should make sense to all of you. But it's just really about education. Most people don't know you can buy Bitcoin in your retirement account. Most people don't know you can buy real estate in your retirement account, okay? As a lawyer, how I got into this industry, the self-directed IRA industry, is I was asked to do an assignment for a hedge fund investor, and he wanted to use his IRA to invest in his hedge fund. And I was a 9th-year tax associate, a huge law firm in New York City. No idea. No one knew they can do this. So 2014 rolls around. Bitcoin's starting to get in popularity. People are starting to get into it. People are excited about Bitcoin, cryptos, and the IRS issues a notice. IRS notice 2014-21, right? And the IRS says, okay, Bitcoin is not a currency. It's property, just like stock. So, since you can use your IRA or 401k to buy stock, now the IRS is saying, hey, you can use your IRA or 401k to buy Bitcoin. And that unlocked a really, really exciting opportunity for the retirement industry. There's $32 trillion of retirement funds, $12 trillion of IRA funds, okay? Hardly anyone is buying cryptos with retirement accounts. And it makes no sense to me. Why? Because, again, if you look at the long-term trajectory, the potential of Bitcoin, which is enormous, right? We all know that. Like, it's going to change the world, and it already is. So why wouldn't you mesh that with a retirement account that's based on the future? Okay, so the way retirement accounts work, quick little synopsis. 2 types of IRAs, traditional and Roth. Traditional IRAs, pre-tax. You get a tax deduction. So long as you have income, you can make a contribution. $6,000 or $7,000 if you're over 50 in 2021. Okay? Roth IRAs, after tax, meaning you no tax deduction, but so long as the Roth IRA has been open at least 5 years, and you're over 59 and a half, you can pull all that money out tax-free. Okay? So this is the game. You buy Bitcoin, keep buying Bitcoin every year, even if you put in a little bit of money, it's going to grow. And it's going to grow without tax. And here's some numbers. I put some numbers together just so you guys get an idea. And these numbers are going to blow you away. Okay? Why do I love the retirement system? Because it's based off simple math. It's based off tax deferral. Compounding interest. If you don't trust me, you can trust Albert Einstein, who said compounding interest is the 8th wonder of the world. How money grows faster. So here's some numbers. If you start at 28 and you put in 5,000 bucks a year, okay, it could be a lot, 28 to 72, because that's the required minimum distribution age if you have a pre-tax IRA. You average 10% annualized rate of return, which if you're in a Bitcoin investor, that's crap, right? We're going to do better than 10%. $3.5 million when you hit 72. If you did it in a taxable account, $1.4 million, assuming a 30% tax rate. So all you traders out there buying and selling Bitcoin, holding it less than 12 months, you're paying short-term capital gains, which equals ordinary income tax rates, okay? If President Biden gets his way and raises capital gains tax over $1 million to 40%, guess what? All our Bitcoin gains are going to be taxed at 40%. And what the hell are we doing? We need to buy cryptos in a retirement account. How about this? This is crazy. Imagine those numbers, 28 to 72, 5,000 bucks a year, but instead of getting 10%, you get a 15% rate of return, which, okay, I can live with that. And again, this is an annualized rate of return. So yeah, we know Bitcoin could go up 100% in a year. It could also drop 30%. Who cares, right? If you're a long-term investor, the future is the key. It's not about today. I couldn't care less what my Bitcoin is worth today. I've bought Bitcoin the last 7 years, all in a Roth IRA. I'm 45. In the next 15 years, it's all tax-free. All you guys are going to be paying tax. Who knows what the tax rates will be? I don't care. It's all going to be tax-free. So to me, that gives me clarity. I can sleep well at night. I don't care who's the president. I really don't. I know it's all going to be tax-free. Okay? And to me, that's super exciting because, again, the whole exciting part of Bitcoin, yeah, it's great to have 15,000 people here today. I love it. But imagine what's going to be in 15, 20 years. It should be 100,000 people here, probably more, because people are waking up. Even my sister, she has an MBA from Wharton. Up until about 8 months ago, she's like, Bitcoin's a fad, it's a joke, can't do anything with it. Guess what? She's buying Bitcoin, okay? People are waking up. So consider yourself super smart for being here. Kudos. But people are going to be joining the crowd very soon. So how about some more numbers? Let's say you just put away $2,400 a year, okay? 30 to 72, 10% rate of return. Everyone can put away $2,400 a year in a Roth IRA, 1.7 million, tax-free. If you did it in a taxable account, $680,000, okay? How about just $1,000 a year? You're young, you're 25 to 72, $1,000 a year, 15% rate of return, because we know Bitcoin is going to kill it over the next 30, 40 years, 5.45 million. If you did it in a taxable account, 1.1 million, okay? Numbers don't lie. That's why I like tax law. It was the only area of the law that made sense to me, because the numbers don't lie. Okay, so the key, what's the advantage of buying cryptos in a retirement account, specifically Bitcoin? Deferral, compounded interest, you get to control your retirement account, and you diversify. Most Americans have all their retirement money in equities, fixed income, mutual funds, ETFs. Why are they not diversifying? I'm not a financial advisor, but you don't have to be smart to know that you should diversify your retirement portfolio. Whether it's cryptos, real estate, I don't care, gold, whatever it is, diversify. But every American should gain access to an emerging asset class, Bitcoin. It's mind-blowing how people don't just put 500 bucks, open a Roth IRA. If you have income, go to a bank, go to IRA Financial, open a Roth IRA, put money in. You can put 100 bucks in, 500, up to 6,000 or 7,000, and buy whatever you want, but also allocate some of that to Bitcoin. If you don't, you're going to regret it in 20 years, okay? And I don't think that's a bold statement to make. Like, people are already regretting not buying on the dip in 19 and 18, right? How many people are like, oh my God, I got into Bitcoin in 17, it was at 16, 17,000, and then it went down in 18, 19, I was like, this is a joke, it means nothing, this is garbage. And now, they want to buy it at 64, okay? So this is just, again, the first inning, probably less than the first inning, maybe the first or second at bat of the first inning. So it's super exciting, and for me, it just meshes and makes total sense to own it in a retirement account because they're both long-term investment strategies. You don't buy Bitcoin for today. Yeah, you can make some money day trading, but the real growth is in the next 15, 20 years when Bitcoin should be, I don't want to say the number, but if it's not 250,000 in 10 years, like, oh my God, like, I'm going to come back on the stage and say, I'm sorry, like, I was wrong. But that's just the floor, really. So again, it's diversifying, even if you don't care about Bitcoin. I hate when people tell me this, Adam, I don't understand Bitcoin. Like, I don't understand blockchain and all these miners and what the hell is going on here? So I'm not buying it. I'm like, okay, do you understand like how the internet works? Do you understand how computer chips work? Do you understand how AI works? No. You still buy the stocks. So you don't have to understand every facet of Bitcoin to get involved in investing in Bitcoin. You just need to know that it's the future. It's going to change the way global financial transactions occur. It's just a fact. We all know it's coming. Okay? There's 15,000 people here for a reason. And there would have been 30,000 or 40,000 people if they allowed people in and they lowered the ticket price a little bit. It'd probably be a lot more than what we see here today. So this is just the US. Bitcoin is global. It's not US fiat. It's not a euro. It's global. So to be able to buy it right now in its infancy in a retirement account, to me, makes total sense. Okay, so there's obviously, I mentioned the differences between the traditional and Roth. I obviously am a big Roth guy. I wrote a book on the Roth IRA because as long as you can hold the Roth IRA till you're 59 and a half, it's all tax-free. Okay, where if you did in a traditional IRA, you're going to pay income tax after 59 and a half. So buy it in a Roth IRA. Go open a Roth IRA today. Start putting money in, at least a couple $100. Everyone could put in a little bit of money. Just diversify. Buy it. It makes total sense. Okay? There's a couple ways you can buy it. The self-directed IRA is the most popular. And if you're self-employed, you can also do a solo 401k, which is super exciting because you can put away up to $58K or $64,500, and you can use it to buy Bitcoin. Pretty cool stuff. You can also borrow against it, and it's just a great retirement plan for the self-employed. We're starting to see small businesses allowing their employees to buy Bitcoin in their 401k. IRA Financial does. I'm starting to see clients starting to say, hey, how do we open up accounts for our employees so they can allocate some of their 401k funds to Bitcoin? One of the issues is a fiduciary risk, right? If you have a business and you have a 401k, you're the trustee of the plan. So some business owners are scared of Bitcoin. It's so risky. Oh my God, it's volatile. Okay, I understand why Google or Apple doesn't let their employees buy Bitcoin. But if you have a small business under 10 employees, like your employees are not going to sue you because Bitcoin went down. Like everyone knows the volatility and the risk. But again, it's all part of the diversification play. So you can buy Bitcoin in a 401k. It's just because of the fiduciary risk, most big businesses are not allowing it. So if you work at a large business like Tesla and you go to Elon Musk and say, can I buy Bitcoin? He's probably going to say no, but he's going to buy it. So maybe it's not fair. But there's still the IRA. So even if you work at Tesla and Elon Musk says you can't buy Bitcoin in your 401k, who cares? You can still set up an IRA or a Roth IRA. Now some people may say, oh, I make too much to do a Roth IRA because the income limits are $208,000 of earned income. Well, there's a workaround. It's called a backdoor Roth IRA, where you just make after-tax IRA contributions, convert it to Roth. Now you got a Roth. Why do you want to do a Roth? Tax-free. 59 and a half, 5 years, all your gains are tax-free. Who cares who the president is? Who cares what the rules are? It's all going to be tax-free. It makes total sense. So hopefully if you get anything out of this, I don't care if you use me or some other company to buy your Bitcoin in your retirement account, just open a Roth IRA, start saving. Even if you're sitting here and you want to buy real estate or stocks, I don't care. Just start saving. Okay, these numbers don't lie. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for my family. I've seen it for my clients. I have a client that turned $800,000 in the last 3 years into $44 million, tax-free. I have 3 clients that have over $150 million in a Roth IRA. Most of it, cryptos, over the last 3 years, okay? You don't have to be rich to get rich from a retirement account. Everyone could do it. Doesn't matter your blue state, red state, Republican, Democrat, religion, color of your skin, who cares? It's all based off math. Do you know the only system there's bipartisan support for? Retirement accounts. Why? They work based off simple math. The Secure Act, which was passed a few years ago, biggest retirement piece of legislation in the last 10 years, almost unanimous. What other bill in Washington gets passed unanimously? Nothing, okay? So do it, use it. It works. I've seen it. It will work for all of you. There's a couple ways you can buy Bitcoin or an IRA. I think the best way personally is what we do. We have a relationship with Gemini. You can open a retirement account with us. We link your Gemini account. You could then buy and sell Bitcoin on Gemini. You control the keys, right? What did Jack Dorsey say? No keys, no cheese, right? All of my other competitors, they make you keep the cryptos on the exchange, right? They control it. They determine when you buy, what you sell. They charge commissions. I don't do that. I'm a tax lawyer. IRA Financial, we're retirement experts. We don't charge commissions. We have flat fees. We'll link your account to Gemini. You can then buy Bitcoin on Gemini, pay Gemini a small commission fee, and then you can keep it on the exchange or move it off the exchange into a cold wallet, hard wallet, control it yourself. No keys, no cheese, right? It's true. You want security. Yes. Exchanges are getting better, right? They're regulated, the regulation's better, they're starting to go public, have more money, higher valuations, all good stuff. But pushing some of your Bitcoin to a cold wallet, I think makes total sense. And we give you the ability to do that, which is super important to me because it's just something that makes total sense. So it's not hard to do, it's not expensive to do, it's easy to do, and just have to sit there and let it go. Don't have to watch it, right? That's the beauty of the retirement account. Buy it every year, buy Bitcoin. You can trade if you want. You can buy other cryptos. The transfer, if you buy Bitcoin to Ethereum or whatever other crypto you want, no tax, right? No holding periods, no bases, no accounting nightmares, no IRS, no issues. When you file your 1040, right? You file your 1040, now the IRS wants you to check a box. Do you own Bitcoins personally? It says personally. If you own a retirement account, you don't have to technically check that box. All these John Doe summonses, the IRS is getting nervous. They see we're all getting richer, right? There's more money in Bitcoin. Everyone in this room is probably getting a little richer now. They're starting to say, hey, we're missing out on some tax revenue. So what they do is they issue what's called a John Doe summons, which is super sneaky, but the IRS has super broad powers. They can basically do whatever they want. So they've gone to Coinbase, they've gone to Kraken, they've gone to some other exchanges. They say, you know what? Send me everyone's name that transacted in cryptos for over 20 grand. The exchange fight it because they have to fight the fight. And when I was practicing law, I actually defended accounting firms in other matters in this regard. You have no choice. You fight it because you don't want your clients to feel that you just caved. But the IRS wins. They always do. And they have everyone's name, and they're going to audit all those people. Having your retirement account, you don't have to worry about that stuff. You don't have to worry about audits. You don't have to worry about basis, holding periods. Oh my God, short-term capital gains. I transferred it. I used my Bitcoin to exchange it for this. Oh my God, what do I do? Who cares? Just leave it. And if you don't want to trade, just buy it and hold. Okay? That's what I've done. I haven't sold 1 ounce of any coin. And I'm mostly heavy in Bitcoin. I'm up like over 7 figures in the last 6 years, all tax-free. So again, I'm 45. I got some time to go, but it's going to grow bigger and better. And we all can do it, right? All of us can do it. Doesn't matter, again, blue state, red state. I don't care your religion. I don't care your color of your skin. I don't care anything. Bitcoin is universal. We all can do it. Just put it in a Roth and watch the money go. And when you hit 72 or 59 and a half and you can pull that Roth out, shoot me an email, buy me a glass of Pinot Noir or something. Say, hey, I remember that kid. He looked a little strange. I can't believe he's a tax lawyer. And he was saying I should buy Bitcoin or Roth IRA. And oh my God, I got like all this tax-free growth. And it's especially powerful if you're young. So all the people, anyone that's like 40 or under, why? Your money grows faster, right? As you grow older, you have more time to grow, compounded returns. But if you're older, don't worry, you still can grow. Just keep putting in money, make up for lost time. There's 3 principles. Just stick to these 3 principles, you're good. Start. Even if you're 60, start. Because you can always do a 401k and put away $64,500. So you can make up for lost time. 2, okay? Be consistent. Even if you have a tough year, right? COVID, it's been, for some people, horrendous, right? An absolute nightmare financially. If you can't put away 5-6 grand, put away $500, right? Put away $1 a day, something. Be consistent. And 3, trust the process. Just remember, 10 years ago, Bitcoin was 35 bucks. 10 years ago, Wynwood was nothing. No one was coming down here. I moved down here. I wish I bought real estate, okay? There was nothing here, zip. Now think about where Bitcoin would be in 10 years. I mean, that blows my mind. So if you're patient and you just trust the process, you're just gonna have tax-free growth. You can just look at your phone every year and be like, oh, went up, okay. And then after a bunch of years, you're gonna hit that threshold when you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm rich. And even if you don't need the money because you're buying Bitcoin with your personal money, then guess what? The Roth IRA, you can leave it to your spouse, tax-free. You can leave it to your kids, tax-free. Your kids have 10 years to pull it out, tax-free. So it's also an estate planning legacy tool, right? Because again, I'll keep saying it, Bitcoin, the biggest strength and the biggest area of excitement for me is the long-term growth potential of Bitcoin. This is nothing right now. Who cares what Bitcoin is? Don't even look at the price. It's all BS now. Let's start looking in 5, 10, 15 years. That's when the real growth is. So all the people that are going to get into Bitcoin in 5, 7, 10 years at 200, 300, 400,000, they'll still be okay. But all of us that got in at 1,000, 5,000, 15, 30,000, and it's in the Roth IRA, we're going to be living life nice. If we don't need the money, we'll give it to our spouse upon death. If our spouse doesn't need it, give it to our kids. Let them blow the money in 10 years tax-free. So if people have questions, I got to wrap up. But if people have questions, we have a booth, IRA Financial. You can come check me out. I'm giving away T-shirts, books. Love to meet all you guys. And I really, really appreciate you guys listening and watching. Thanks.